Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here, Safi Financial Network. August 5, 2025. All right, S&P 500 went down as we expected, and as we told about this potential sell setup here yesterday, and today we just got a bear setup. So it's kind of like a continuing to the downside. If you take out this low, which is going to be Friday low, then it's going to accelerate the downside move potentially to 6,000 to 6,100 for a bounce, and then getting back down to complete its ABC pattern. So I would say still we are in a corrective move and the choppiness could be here. It's potentially it's not going to be easy like this, but the overall picture is going to be 5 to 10% correction to the downside, as at least the way that I see here. Nasdaq is the same, so we got kind of like an earnings from AMD, but the stock actually didn't go to the positive territory. It goes down. SMCI as well, so it went down as well after hours due to earning, actually crushed the downside. Snap crushed 15% to the downside. So regardless of the earning result, market just looking for excuse for a correction. We already actually long over the tooth here. You see that this is a pretty nice 2-4, too fast V-shaped recovery, and market is due for corrective move. So Nasdaq can go down all the way to 21,000, and that would be very, very healthy correction. Don't get me wrong. Even if you put Fibonacci retracement from this low here to this top, so let me just show you here. So if we get a kind of like a Fibonacci retracement from this low to this top, so 23% is going to be 21,900, even 38% is going to be 20,880. So this is very, very typical retracement during the bull market. And if we don't see something like that, that would be a overstretched parabolic move to the upside, and everyone needs to be cautious. But right now, market is getting back to the healthy correction, which we take it as a good buying opportunity. Dow Jones is the same, going down, but compared to the other one, actually reacted very well, very better, just because money is flowing into some defensive names. Berkshire Hathaway actually was one of those, and United Health, lots of names in healthcare, which they were beaten actually recently, but they got very nice attention today. So Dow just getting negative 122 points compared to the other ones actually formed very better. Gold at the same time going higher today, so I believe that gold can tackle again to this challenging new all-time high area here. That's going to be the fifth touch. And that's going to be very, very important because you see that gold is kind of like forming a very nice higher lows here when we are just tackling to this area. So this means this area is going to get weaker and weaker. Ultimately, it's going to break in through to new all-time high, potentially by end of this year. Yeah, for sure. We not for sure, but I would say 90% we can get to new all-time high by end of this year. Silver at the same time, just getting back to the higher side. So silver complete its correction, and I believe that still it's going to be choppy, but ultimately I'm just looking for $42 to $44 by year end. So we'll see how it goes. Crude at the same time, it's just going down again today. So 1%, 1.60% to the downside. So crude is just a sharpening sell-off, especially even President Trump said they're going to have like a meeting. Steve Witkoff, they're going to have meeting with Russia President Putin there. So that would be kind of like a de-escalation, and crude market is going to de-escalate. This means geopolitical tensions are going to de-escalate. I'm not sure what's going to be the result, but I'm sure that it's going to kind of like putting the price downside, at least for a short term, to 51 to 53. Remember, if we take out this low, which is going to be 63, it's going to accelerate the downside move to 53 as well. Moving on to Bitcoin just getting back to the downside, and Bitcoin after just 2 days rally going down today. And here is the Ethereum. Ethereum is getting back to the downside. This is a nice QM pattern, and I would say 2,900 to 2,600 is coming down the road. Bond yield just crushing to the downside, getting back to the upside. Seems like the reversal, however, that would be kind of like the debt cat bounce to 3.80. And then bond at the same time just getting higher today. Bond, regardless of the bond yield action, it's just getting back to the upside. Seems like bond market is telling us something bigger is going to happen, because this is very, very important when you see bond is just moving. It's very, very tough to move the bond, but when it moves, it tells us very, very big things coming down the road. Dixie just getting back to the upside, 98, still below 100, and VIX just popping up today, $17. bullish consolidation, I would say, for a next rally potentially to 27 to 29. Apple just holding up for now, barely positive, but I would say if it consolidates here, it can go down potentially to this below 200 level area again. Amazon at the same time still trying to form positive, but I would say 200 is going to be very, very foreseeable scenario down the road. Meta just getting back to the downside. Microsoft again forming a nice bullish, bearish consolidation here for a nice move. Potentially, Microsoft can go all the way down to 460 for a great kind of like a buying opportunity again. Google at the same time just holding up, forming a bullish consolidation, but rejection 196 is very, very strong. Netflix just going down, tackling to this 1040. So we will see. And Tesla is forming a doji bar here. Potentially, it's going to hike up to 340 and 340 if this one tackles at 360, then at 380 and 400 is coming. But we need to get above 340 first. SMA Semiconductor Index after hours, after AMD results just going down. And even before, like during day session, it's just going down. SOX, the same pattern going down. NVIDIA going down as well. AMD just had a fantastic result, but it is already moved to the upside. And I would say 140 to 145, that could be great buying opportunity for AMD. Taiwan Semiconductor going down to 34. And this is kind of like a double top or triple top pattern. It can go all the way down here to this demand area, which is going to be 191 to 196. This is kind of like a fake demand area, and this one as well, but I would say this is going to be a better one. Texas Instruments just got attention after slaughtering to the downside. Still, it's going to be a dead cat bounce, but if it's rally here, if it goes above this 194, then it can go all the way up to 204 and 200 area. So we will see. But I would say still it can go lower to this area, which is going to give us a great buying opportunity. Lamb Research going down after 3 days, dead cat bounce, still lower high, and then getting back to the downside. Banking sector just getting back to the downside. KBE actually just holding up nicely today, but I would say still it's going to be tough time to get through 58. KRE Regional Bank is the same, just forming a nice positive momentum today. JP Morgan going down today. Goldman Sachs going down today. Bank of America just going down as well. And Wells Fargo just barely positive. All in all, I should say big banks are down, while the rest of the banking sector is actually up. So this is not a good news. GDX, which is gold miners, sparking higher today, 3% off. Fantastic move. This bullish consolidation breaking through. And that tells me that the gold miners are leading. So that's why precious metals can lead as well. GDXJ, gold miner junior, actually just spiking higher. Still, they didn't go above this high, which is 72. But if they take out this 72, they can just leading nicely because this bull flag is pretty gigantic bull flag and it can have like a good momentum to the upside. AEM, the same scenario, nice bull flag triggered yesterday, and today we just got a confirmation. Newmont forming up nicely higher high. And all in all, I should say gold miners are leading. There's nothing wrong with that one with precious metals market. XLE, which is energy spy, they're just formed the bottom here. I would say this is kind of like the final low potentially for a nice rally here. However, crude price is kind of like forming a very shaky. So we will see if there is going to be a divergence between energy market, energy, I mean like energy stocks and crude. So we will see how it goes. The same here for Exxon. It's just forming a doji bar. It's kind of like holding up, but if we just see a pinch of pressure to the downside, it can just slip through all the way to 100 level. And Chevron just getting back up. So this means still there is going to be a hope. Potentially some individual names are doing well next down the road. So we will see how it goes. All right, folks, I believe I covered everything. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel. Have a good one. See you in the chart. Bye.